This is about the ninth hour. Jesus cried out in a loud voice, Eloi, Eloi, lama sabachthani, which means, my God, why have you forsaken me? You ever had anything that's happened in your life where you're told about it, you know about it, you know it's going to hurt? For instance, maybe having a broken bone. Or in some of the ladies' cases, you've heard growing up about the pains of childbirth. Or maybe somebody has described to you the death, what it feels like to lose a loved one. And then when it happens, it hurts even worse than you could ever imagine. And this is what happened to Jesus here. He had a human moment. You see, he had a really close relationship with the Father. It's something that he cultivated. He spent long hours, he spent days fasting and praying and developing this relationship with his Father. The relationship was so close that when he was baptized, the dove came down from heaven and settled upon him, and a voice said, "This is my beloved Son, in whom I am well pleased." A very close relationship. He did all of these miracles where God worked through him. And any of you that have ever had an opportunity to do any work or service for the Lord and have him working through you know what a closeness there is when that happens. But this is the kind of relationship that he had 24/7. Because there was no sin in him. There was nothing between him and the Father. But see, Jesus knew that when he took our sins upon him, that there would be a separation. Because sin and God don't fit together. So he knew there would be a separation. But until he experienced it, and you say, well, he can do and know. I really feel until he experienced that moment where he had my sins on his shoulders. And all of a sudden that relationship that he had with his Father was gone. I don't think until that moment he truly, really understood what it was. So what did he do on the cross? He did like most of us when we have human moments. God, where are you? God, you know I need you. God, why have you forsaken me? We all have these moments. And Jesus had one. My God, why am I hanging here on this cross and you're not here with me? He felt and he responded like we would have. But what I think is interesting is next is what didn't happen. First of all, God didn't come down and take him off the cross. When we have our moments where we go before the Father and say, God, where are you? Why have you forsaken me? Sometimes he doesn't, and most times he doesn't pull us out of it. Because there are lessons to be learned. And there are things that God has a plan and a purpose, and in order for it to happen, we have to walk through them. And we have to understand that even though it feels he's not there, he is. What else didn't happen is God didn't say, Jesus, you messed up. You said, I've forsaken you. You've kind of turned your back on me now. And God could have said, you're not the perfect lamb anymore. You're not qualified to be what I need. And could have kind of tossed him to the side, but he didn't. The other thing is he didn't leave him in the grave. 3 days later, or on the third day, Jesus rose from the dead. So what can I learn from that when I have my human moments. Sometimes I just have to accept it, go through it. God, help me learn what I need to learn quickly. Let's get past this and move on. Help me to grow. Help me to do what needs to be done. I need to understand that when I get into these moments and have my human moments, God doesn't turn his back on me. He doesn't leave me in the dirt or in the grave. In fact, he's looking to lift me up and to raise me up. And just like on the third day when Jesus rose from the grave, he didn't just raise from the grave, but he was given a glorified body. In time, he went to heaven to sit on the right hand of the Father. And just like Jesus, one of these days, he's going to come for us if we don't die first. We're going to get that new body. He had told his disciples, I go to prepare a place for you, that where I am, there you may be also. He has gone to prepare a place for each and every one of us, that where he is, we can be also. He does not, and know this and know it in your heart, he does not, just like he didn't hold Jesus's human moment against him, he will not and does not hold your human moments against you. God bless you. Happy Easter.